Yo. Shalom, family. How y'all doing, man? You already know. 1 second. It's your brother, Daliahu, back with y'all just to talk about some relevant information. You know, we living for Yahuwah, so everything that got to do with these scriptures, this walk, this lifestyle, we want to talk about that. We want to cover that. Just such an exciting time of year. Let's talk about the new year. We know Passover or Pesach is on the 14th day of the first month. So already in East Africa right now, we're going to the third day, which means it's like 11 more days before Passover comes. So that make this message, you know, time sensitive, and it's something, like I say, that's relevant. Because I got a question today from a friend of mine, brother, and we were just talking about Passover and the Feast of Unleavened Bread, which is the day after Passover for 7 days. You're supposed to take all the yeast or the leaven out of your house, and that's what we were just having a conversation about. How do you go about doing that? Making sure you don't have no leaven in your house, no yeast in your house. How you go about knowing if some products that you have in your house have leaven in it. So it's not a new conversation. It's something we pretty much go through these type of conversations and topics. It seems like every year, you know, we having the same conversation, like unleavened bread. We talking about the calendar. Then the week later, 2 weeks later, we talking about Passover. We talking about unleavened bread. So I think, you know, that make a lot of sense. So since we already, most of us on the same timetable, most of us, you know, in the same season, we about to keep Passover. You know, no matter what calendar you're using, this is the time, season of the year where, you know, the biblical feast days is being celebrated. So that's the point of, I just want to share with you guys a few items that got leaven in, items that we might want to pretty much remove out your house. You want to look more at the labels. If you buying it, certain terms and stuff you want to be looking for. And so my point is, first of all, we know that the scripture, what we referencing as far as taking leaven out the house, that could be found in Exodus chapter 12. So, yeah, I want y'all to read Exodus chapter 12, anywhere from verse 15 to verse 20. You know, it's really spelling it out. But as soon as you start reading about it, verse 15, for example, say, 7 days you will eat unleavened bread. That's what we're talking about, the week of unleavened bread. On the first day, you will remove leaven out of your houses. For if anyone eats what is leavened from the first day until the 7th day, that person will be cut off from Yasharal. So it's pretty clear, you know, we need to remove the leaven out of our house. But the point is, you know, a lot of stuff, it don't say leaven. It don't just say leaven. So the point is, it's a lot of modern names for leaven. And I'm gonna put this into a study spreadsheet, but I just want to talk about it right now. So some things that you need to consider. Obviously, you know, leaven is what make bread rise. So we know, like, baking powder, baking soda, that is leaven. A lot of people don't know baking soda is leaven. It's a leavening agent. So these are some common items we want to pay attention to. Leaven, baking powder, baking soda, yeast, stuff like that. That's the basics. But then you got other names they start to use for it, like this one name called cream of tartar. So it's called cream of tartar, which is another name for leaven. You got sodium bicarbonate. It's another name for baking soda, which is a leavening agent, like baking soda. Sodium phosphorate, sodium pyrophosphorate. So a lot of scientific names and terms they're using now for this stuff. So sodium pyrophosphate, sodium acid pyrophosphate, sodium aluminum phosphate, monocalcium, calcium phosphate, different names for sodium bicarbonate, baking soda, leaven. So all these things we're supposed to remove out of the house before Matsuth or unleavened bread, which is like 10 days, 11 days away. So again, when we consider leaven, we gotta think about items like vinegar. Vinegar is it's a fermented product, you know what I'm saying? That's basically what the word leaven is, something fermented, something left over. So vinegar, it's another name for leaven. Baking soda, it got like the same properties, if you will. acetic acid, ammonium bicarbonate, calcium biophosphate, primary calcium phosphate, ammonium hydrogen carbonate. So many names for leaven. And I just thought that was interesting, just doing a little bit of studying, researching it. Again, we go through the same thing year after year. We know. So basically, what that have to do with you guys, like on a personal level, like more practical level. So it's not just the yeast that make bread rise. Again, it's everything from baking soda to vinegar to ketchup to soda to beer. All these things, family, we got to consider when just preparing ourselves for the Feast of Yahuwah and to guard the Feast of Unleavened Bread, or Matsuth as they call it. So just wanted to drop that in there, something for you guys to keep an eye out for. Oh, this leaven right here, fly, got leaven. All right, man. Shalom, shalom, family, man. Let me see y'all on the other side. Shalom.